to the Knitting in a Podcast. My name is Ivonne and this is episode 40 in English already. Today is Wednesday when I record my podcast, and this when it goes on YouTube is tomorrow, Thursday. It is 20 November today. I have a water in my London underground themed mug. I bought it a few years ago in London, so no coffee anymore. Already enough coffees this morning. So yeah, I will tell you this week what I knitted on and how the weather is in the Netherlands. I live in the east of the Netherlands, in Hengelo. It's near the German border, and today is grey and it's dry. Yesterday it was raining and snowing. But today is, until now, it's dry, but it's cold. It's like 2 degrees above zero. So very cold. Yesterday I went to my father on the bike and it was really cold. I had my shawl on, of course, and my mittens. I had mittens on and my coat, but I forgot my headband. And it was so cold on my head yesterday that I thought, I have to put that in my, or in your bike bag, because you need that sometimes. And sometimes you don't, when you leave the house, it's still warm, or you still feel warm. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Then you leave the house and you feel still warm, and then you bike a few hundred meters, and then you think, oh my God, it's really cold on my head. I had to take my headband with me. So that's the lesson I have learned yesterday when I biked back from my father's house back home. That's 10 minutes to 15 minutes bike ride. It was snowing, it was cold. Oh wow, I was soaking wet when I came home, and everything I did it in the washing machine, and I was just sitting it the whole afternoon yesterday, so that was nice. And this weekend, I will tell you a little bit about my back pain. It's much better, but I'm still taking medicine for my back pain, because I don't I don't want to quit it now, because this weekend is Knit to Purl to festival in Breda, where I go, and I don't want to my back pain is there. So I will take the medicine until Sunday, and then I'm going to how do you say it in English? That you take less, and maybe no more, except paracetamol. So once in a while. So 2 weeks ago it was really severe. I was lying in my bed for 3 days. It was after I taped the podcast, and it was really bad. It was I have nerve inflammation in between my discs, and it was I think the most heavy attack that I had until then. So that was not nice, and I was really concerned that I couldn't go to Knit to Purl to, but yeah. So if it's like today, I can go, and that's really nice, because I'm going to leave on Friday. We're sleeping over in Breda in a hotel with my knitting friend from Manchester, Roel, and we're going to go to the festival and have a lovely time and meeting a lot of people, and there are a few famous podcasters, and one of them is Jana from Finnish Knitting Stories, and I'm a big fan of her, so that's really nice. I hope to see you, Jana, and I hope to knit and chat with you and take a selfie. That's my dream. I want a selfie with Jana. Ooh, how nice would that be, that I can post that on my Instagram. So yeah, I'm a little bit how do you say that? I'm a fangirl. That's the word for it. So Jana, I like it that you come over and But I'm not the only one, because many people like Jana a lot. So I think you get it really busy there on Knit and Chat. Hopefully I can, I can join. Yeah, that's of course, that will, I think that will happen for sure. So that's what we're going to do this weekend. I'm very excited. Can't wait to leave on Friday, and we'll see what happens. In the next weekly vlog, I will show you the things I filmed. Of course I'm going to film. Sarah says you can film, you can make pictures, share it everywhere. Of course you can do that. So I will do that for my weekly vlog next week. So that's really nice. And then after that the Advent starts nearly. So we have a lot of nice things on our way of coming to us. Super nice. So yeah, then we go over to the knitting, and what did I finish this week? I have 3 finished objects, and 2 of them I'm going to show you. And the first one is of course the mittens, the fingerless mittens. I used the pattern for World's Simplest Mittens, and then I didn't make the thumb. Yeah, I made the thumb gusset, but not the top, and not the top of the rest of the mitten. So I make fingerless mitts from it. It's not my favorite thing to knit because I don't like the little circumference for the thumb. So I don't think I'm going to make a lot more, but I will take these to knit to purl to Saturday, because a great part of the festival is outside. There are tents, but it is an outside temperature. And Saturday they predict that it's 4 degrees, so really cold and wet. The prediction, the forecast is that it's going to rain, but hopefully that's not the case, or not the whole day the case. So these are ready, and I'm going to wear them to knit to purl to. So that was my first finished objects. Last week in the weekly vlog I told you about how many stitches and so forth, so I don't do that again. But I'm happy that they're done. It's a really nice yarn. Oh yeah, I will show you the yarn. I was living in this lovely project bag I bought at Hobby Bags. She's a Dutch project bag maker. Hobby Bags, she's on. She's got a website. Yes, that's what it is. And this is the bowl. It's a really nice one. I saw it with Everything Shapes Us. That's where I saw it. And I was immediately a fan of the colors. This is the Bowl Band 6-fach mijlenwijd Cosimo. And it's colorway 9620. So that is the colorway. And I think I have enough left to make socks. So I think I will divide this in 2 so that I can knit toe-up socks from the rest. Because when you start at the cuff, you don't know exactly if it's enough to make a pair of socks, because I have this already. So hopefully, that's what I want to do. Maybe, I don't know when, maybe in the future. Somewhere, but I don't think before January, because I have a lot of things I want to make. So that is the first finished object. Then the second finished object is one of the things I have had on my needles for a very long time. It's a really nice shawl. It's a little bit of pity that it took me so long, because it's a really nice knit, and I think when you do it at once, it's better. It's way better. It is the Gaelish shawl from Amy Palko. It took me a year to finish this. I started it, I think, last September, and the end of September 2023 or October. And then the mystery knit along came, and I was busy with work, and so it hibernated for a very long time. But now I thought I will finish it. So the last 2 weeks I knitted a lot on this lovely pattern. It's a really lovely pattern. and it's a really lovely long shawl. I will show you the yarn in a minute. It's not it's an easy pattern. You have to look what you have to do, but it's not hard. I thought it was good to do, and maybe I knit another one in the future with some other yarns. But the lovely thing about it is that all the colors come together. This is the way I always wear my shawls on my bike. It has to be warm here because that's the part that's always the coldest part. So I want no holes, but I think this is super nice. So, but yeah, I decided that this is a gift for my sister. My sister, my oldest sister Alice, she likes these colors, fall autumnal colors. And I still have to block it, but then I think I will give it to her with Christmas. She don't know that yet, and I have a lot of shawls. So, but this was a really nice knit, and I think the pattern says that you have to use a worsted weight, a little bigger yarn, so that the shawl will, you can use it as a wrap also. This one I knitted up with this yarn. I will show you. Millie from Borgo di Passi. It is it's 100 gram, 270 meters, so that's really a lot. And it's 50% wool, 25% acrylic, 25% polyester, and I used 5 colors. So that is the and this is what you have left from one ball. I had 2 of the yellow, but that was not necessarily. I didn't know that in the beginning, but that was enough. 1 ball from each color, and I think I will make a head in the future from the leftovers, but I don't know that yet. I was living in this lovely quilting bag from Mieke. Quilting Mieke, she's on Instagram. She comes from Belgium, and I always see her at the ontmoetdagen. This is her logo, and this is the big bag she made for me with my name on it. And now it has to be cleaned up because the shawl is ready, and I will put my pinguono in it because that is living in a bag that is not fitting anymore. So that is the second finished object. Then I have a third finished object that were the French socks, but I already packed them, wrapped them up for Catherine, so I can't show you anymore. But I think I showed it in the last weekly vlog. So if you didn't see that yet, you can still go back to that video. I'm taking a sip of my water. I think it's going to rain in about a few minutes. Hopefully it's not too dark here. Normally most of the time it is it's good, but now it's really dark and gloomy outside, so hopefully you see me. Hello. And then I thought I will finish these socks also before Knit to Purl to, but it didn't work out. The blue, lovely blue opal sock. It's from the opal subscription. That's a 3-monthly subscription. You get 6 balls of opal yarn, and these yarns are not available in the shops. It's always a surprise what you get. You get 6 balls in 3 months, and this was one of them. I loved it a lot. This one I wanted to knit for a long time, so 2 weeks ago I thought I was going to cast them on. I always do 64 stitches, 14 rounds of cuff, 3x1 rib, then in total 14 centimeters leg. Then I'm starting the heel flap and gusset, heel flap, gusset, and Is this a gusset? Is this the heel turn? Oh yeah, sorry, the heel turn and then the gusset. And then I do 60 rounds for my foot. I have a size 40 and that's always good. And then I start with the toe and I'm Kitchener stitching them together. That's a really nice way, and I can do it from the head without looking at a video. And the second sock is not ready. I was trying that they were done today, but it didn't work. One of my colleagues, Made by Greet, she has also a podcast, but that's only in Dutch. She was looking for blue scraps because she's crocheting a blanket for her grandson with all blue. So that's the reason I knitted these a little bit faster. So when I finished the first one, I took 20 grams or so, 50 or 20 grams from it to give to Margreet because I see her on Knit to Purl too. And I tried to finish this sock, but it didn't work. So this is what's left. Hopefully, it's enough for my for the rest of the sock. So maybe next time I have finished them, but not now. Then I had another sock on my needles that was there for a long time. This is sock number 1. It is the sock from all the from the advent calendar from last year from Vrouwtjes Wool Boutique. From these colors I knitted the habitation throw. If you've seen it 2 weeks ago in my in my podcast, I was ready with it. And while I was knitting the habitation throw, I started this sock. Every time 6 rows, I think 6. And then last Monday, I thought I will knit the toe. Then it's finished, and now I think it's really nice. But I have to cast on the second one. I will do that in, I don't know when. I thought I would have done it Sunday, but it didn't work out. So we'll see when that's going to happen. And the same recipe. I like to knit vanilla socks. I'm not really a person that likes to do patterns in socks. Sometimes, not always. More like vanilla socks. Same recipe, 3 by 1 rib, 64 stitches, 14 rounds of cuff, 14 centimeters, and then I start the heel flap, the heel turn, and the gusset. So that is a half finished object. It's really dark now here. Oh, I hope you... No, my lamp is also broken. My little cat Mosey is really naughty. He was throwing everything on the floor today. So I hope you still see me. Hello. No, I think it will be okay. I don't have a ring light. And I see that oh yes, dit toch wel. Now I'll try to put the light on, maybe it's a little bit better. Oh ja, dat is wel iets beter, but you see the shades. Yeah, I think I leave it on. It's so dark now. Raining, it's starting raining, yeah, of course. So that is a half finished object. Then I have another sock on my needles in this lovely bag. It's also from Quilting Mika. This is the small part, the small one. There fits 1 ball of yarn in, sock yarn. And I have I got this lovely ball from Truida as a gift on the breidagen. We saw each other, and this is how far I am. Not really far, but it's not. I'm not in a hurry. I really love the colors. That's one of the balls I don't. I think I did it when I was. I did think I would not have. How do you say it? Chosen it myself, but now I think it's a really nice knitting, really nice. It's a 1-ply yarn. That's not my favorite, but it looks really nice. I love the color combination a lot. So that is on my needles, and that is a ball from Langyarns Jawel Magic Dégradé. And this is colorway 100 grams is 400 meters, 75% sure wool, 25% polyamide, and I can't find the colorway. Even kijken. Superwash. Oh yeah, 1639. That's the colorway. I think this is the colorway. So if you think, oh, what a nice ball, I like it also, you can maybe Google it. And this is the first sock. So we'll see. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to enjoy the process. And sooner or later, the sock will be done. Super nice. And last Sunday, I think, I was feeling like I want to cast on a new sock. I had bought a lovely skein on Etsy by Sjors. She's called Sjors. She sells hand-dyed yarn on Etsy. And this was the October colorway. So I felt like casting on. So Sunday morning I was really up early and I thought, and now I'm going to skein this up. That's not my favorite thing to do. So I thought that's what I have to do because otherwise I don't start the sock. There were 2 minis with it, and one of the minis I use for cuffs. I think the heel flap also and the toe. Is that? I don't know if I have enough then. This is 20 grams. I think that should be enough. No, maybe I will think about it. So this is my new cast on 2.25 millimeter needles. Now same recipe, 3x1 rib and so forth. And I love the colors. It's a little bit fally, but I can also imagine that you think, oh, it's a little Christmassy, like Christmas colors. So super nice. That is my new sock cast on. Oops, and of course there's falling a needle on the floor. It's always the same with the DPNs, but I will pick that up later. Yeah, and this little lovely bag we got with it, with the order, you got this lovely little project bag. So super nice with the foxes. What is it? Yeah, it's a little bit autumnal. Foxes, trees. Oh, lovely, huh? And hedgehogs. Helemaal super nice, and the lining is also with foxes. Oh. So that's a lovely sock bag. The other socks I don't show you. Maybe you think, oh, Ivonne, you have more socks on the needles. Where are they? When I don't show it, I didn't knit on it. So when I knit on it, you see it sooner or later. I have 1 sock on my needles. I think I'm going to rip that back because I don't feel the color combination. But that's for another time. I don't show it today. Yeah, and then I have to think what I have then of. Is it all? Oh yeah, I know it already. Yeah, in September I knitted the Virtues Unite again. This is my 4th. I showed it before. We will take our Virtues Unite, the group. I had a knit along, the group of people who are going to knit to purl to. I asked them to take your shawl with you because we're going on the picture together, on the photo. We will make a group photo with all the VU shawls. And in October I was knitting the mystery knit along from Stephen West, of course. I showed that in the last podcast. And then I felt like, I miss a shawl on my needles. I love to knit big shawls. And so Stephen West came with a new pattern, the Barcelona Breeze. Oh, and I immediately thought, yeah, that's a nice pattern. But I saw it in a whole, how it knits up, and then I thought, yeah, it looks a little bit like the painting stripe shawl, and that pattern I already bought last year. So I thought, Ivonne, you can use that pattern also and use your stash. And I'm a big fan of alpaca. Traps alpaca, it's really soft and it's really drapey for shawls. So then I chose to not buy a new pattern, but yeah, finally cast on the painting stripe shawl. But I do it in black and grey. I saw the one of the mystery podcasts episodes from Amy Palko, and she wore in one of those episodes, she wore her starflake shawl, and she did it in these kind of colors, and I loved it so much. It was so beautiful around her neck and moody. But I don't want to knit the starflake shawl, so I thought, Ivonne, you can do it in the stripes. So I started this. This is I have to increase, and it's easy. You don't have to think about it. You just have to do the increase at the beginning. So I thought this is a nice knit knit to purl to. I can take this with me, and I can knit and chat with people. Without it's too. You have to pay attention. So this is my new cast on, and I'm going to use 4 colors of Drops Alpaca, and the main color is black. So the main color is black. I'm now using these 2, and the other 2 I will use in the other sections. The shawl is built up in 3 sections. I will link the pattern below so that you can see it on Ravelry, and I think it will be a nice shawl. And finally I'm knitting a black moody grey shawl, because black is my favorite color, but only black is not, it's hard to see when you don't have enough light. So I'm very curious how it will look when it's ready in the future. But I always love, and that's what I learned about it. I thought, it's nice to have a few socks on your needles, a shawl, and blankets, and then maybe some cardigan, that you can switch between projects and feel like what you like to knit on, and then you pick it up. And this is living in this lovely bag. I bought it also a few weeks ago at Hobby Bags, and it is a tote bag from Frida Kahlo. It is a little bit smaller, deeper bag, but I thought I will use it at first I thought I will use it for groceries, but then I thought, no, that's so you have to make a project bag from it, and it's lovely with lovely fabric in the inside, and it's I think I can take it to Knit to Purl to and knit my shawl from it. So again, Hobby Bags, she's in the Netherlands, and you can look her up because she has a website. That is also one of my new cast-ons, and then I have a whip, and that is the Penguono from Stephen West. It still lives in this bag, but it's too, it doesn't fit anymore, so I have to change bags. This one goes in this one. This one's bigger, but I didn't have the time to do that yet. And Sunday, my Penguono, I started it, I think, somewhere in October or the beginning of October, or the end of September. I don't know it for sure anymore, but I have it written down in my knitting diary. And the last 2 weeks I didn't knit on it because I was finishing the Gala shawl, and Sunday I picked it up again, and I did this already. I showed you that the last podcast, and I think I was here then. Then you have to pick it up here also, and now I'm here. And I'm now decreasing for the front, for the V-neck. I think it's going to be a V-neck. So it's built up in different parts. And Penguono is super nice. I wanted to knit this for a long time, so we'll see when it's ready. I'm not in a hurry with it. It will be a long, maybe it's maybe nice to finish it at the end of January or so, that I can wear it in the winter. But yeah, winter is always coming back, so we'll see that later. And I use all mostly alpaca stash, this, and you have to held 3 strands together, this. But I have also, this is not alpaca, but this was in my stash and I didn't know what to do with it. You can marl everything together. That's the nice thing about the Pinguono. But I don't think, some people say, oh, it was a really quick knit, but I think it's a little bit hard on your hand because it's 3 strands together. So Sunday I was knitting, and I was, started here, I think, and then I thought, oh, I will knit this whole front left or right part, but then my hands hurt a lot, and then I stopped. So it will be, I don't knit on this every day, that's what I want to say. So we'll see when it's finished in the future. So a big pile of wool. And it will be a cardigan. The Pinguono cardigan. Also from Stephen West. I'm a big West knits fan, so you'll see a lot of West knits patterns in my podcasts. So that is super nice. Yes, and then the blanket I was knitting on every morning. Yeah, not every morning, but so once in a while. I don't know why, but normally I wake up, take my coffee and my breakfast, and I will knit on a blanket. That's normally what I do, but I didn't feel it the last 2 weeks. I think it has to do with my back pain, that it wasn't feeling right. I was tired, I slept a lot, so... But some days I did it, and this is my cozy comfort throw. I started these, I think, at the beginning of this year. And in this blanket I only use hand-dyed minis or hand-dyed scraps, leftovers. Now, it's a pattern from Molly from a homespun house, and it's really nice and simple knit. But you have to hold 2 strands together. So every time I'm changing one of the colors after 4 garter ridges, I'm changing colors. I think I have to do 2 more now of this color, and then I cut one off and I put another in, so that you marl a little. Now, I love it. And what I want to do is I have 4 advent swaps. This week there was another one coming to me. With one of my viewers, she asked me, Ivonne, do you want to also swap with me? So I thought, yeah, I like that. And so I decided that when I have a swap and there is a hand-dyed mini in it, I will knit it up in this blanket. And when it is a commercial sock yarn, I will start in the Advent period another habitation throw from all the leftovers, from all the scraps that I get from the swaps. Because I have 4. And I liked the habitation throw a lot to knit. It was a really simple, quick knit. I started that in August and it was finished half November. So, but I showed that in the last podcast episode. So that is the plan. I will knit a new habitation throw from leftovers from all the Advent swaps. And when it's hand-dyed yarn, I will put it in here. And I will, from 2 Advent swaps, I will knit scrappy socks. So that is the planning for the Advent knitting. And the habitation throw is the one I'm going to use. But you see that in my Vlogmas. I will do Vlogmas this year also in English again. Last year I did it also, and now I will do it again. So every day in the Netherlands, in the European, how do you say that? Time, the Netherlands, Amsterdam time, yeah. I will upload at the end of the day. So my daily vlogs will be visible for the Dutch people or people in Europe at the end of the day or in the beginning of the evening, because I film during the day. I stop at 4 o'clock with filming, and then I'm going to edit, and I try to put them, and maybe a little bit later. I don't know. We'll see. I will be there every day. I succeeded that for 2 years, so the third year will also. I will always also succeed, and I always love to do it. And I will try to make my videos 10 to 15 minutes per day, because that's doable. Also with the editing. So that is my plan with Advents. And I feel I'm very excited to start 1 December. But first, Knit to Purl to this weekend. Lovely. It's the first time that this event is there. And maybe it's already the last time. I don't know. They weren't. The plan is not on this moment to do it again. So maybe it's a once in a lifetime knit event. I don't know. We'll see that in the future. I had two purchases this last weeks, and one of them is this lovely project bag. I bought it at Joanneke Maakt. She's also on Etsy, and I loved the fabrics. And maybe I will use this not as a project bag, but as or for my needles, all my needles and my cables, or maybe for as a toilet bag. But that's a little bit a pity, because I have toilet bags enough. Maybe I will put all my cables in it. All my cables. I'm always looking for my cables and needle points. So maybe I will use this bag for that. And maybe it's going to be a project bag after all. I don't know, but I really like it. So that was my purchase. And I purchased a lovely skein, an advent skein. A Christmas skein from Crealine Design. She's very famous, I think. This is a self-striping yarn with a golden mini. And but I like it so much that I thought, I'm going to keep it. I don't want to knit on it right away. So I think I will keep it for maybe in the future, or another moment in the year that I feel like knitting a striped sock, because in the Advent period you have so many things already, and this is such a nice skein that I want to enjoy it and cast it on when I feel it. So we'll see that for the future. And I was yesterday in the little thrift shop in our neighborhood, Terre des Hommes. That's for charity shop is that. And I found some lovely fabrics, Christmas fabrics. And I will try to do that in a Vlogmas period. Maybe I want to make a Christmas bag. It's all little pieces. It's more like quilt pieces. These were little pieces, and then I found a few bigger pieces. And I can show you how big they are. This is how big they are. So maybe I will sew something in the Vlogmas period. But my back is still hurting, and it's not good for me to sit behind the sewing machine too long. So this one's also nice. But maybe I will make a project bag, or I don't know. We'll see. But this was €1.20. And the other package was 80 cents. How cheap. So that was a really nice catch. This one's nice with the Christmas trees on it. And maybe I will put it away and make a project bag later in the year, because what I said, not everything has to you can't do everything in 1 month. But I really like this. These are really quilt and the Henley Studio makeover UK. That's what it says. So these are really nice quilting fabrics. And in that shop, I always find the nicest things. I don't know. Every Sunday and Monday, they're closed. They're going to reorder the shop and everything what came in. And every week, I find the most lovely things. And yesterday, I had to pay €5, so that's nothing. And I had this one. It's a cushion cover, a Christmas cushion cover, for 30 cents. So I will put that on one of my cushions on the couch with Christmas. So super nice. Yeah, I can't. Every Tuesday I go to my dad's house, and that's in the neighborhood of my father's house, and I'm always going to that shop first, and then I'm going to my dad. Oh yeah, this one. These two I had also. These vintage apples. Super nice. Look at this. 20 cents per stuk. Super schattig. So that's what I found. So I am putting the pumpkins away, and I will put the apples, the Christmas apples, on my cupboard. So when I'm in the Vlogmas period, when I am there in that shop, I will film there. But I don't. Sometimes it's a little shop, and sometimes I don't have the courage to take my camera out. But I will film there. The man that works there, yeah, that's the. He's already retired, but that man was always drinking coffee at the HEMA where I worked. I worked in the coffee corner, and he came every day at 4:00. And I always thought he didn't work anymore because he was retired. But he's vrijwillig, hoe zeg je dat? He's working there as a retirement bezigheid. And he was there yesterday, and he said, "Why do you buy? Bought a mug that's there. Why do you buy just one mug? There are two of them." I said, "But I don't need two because." Don't you have somebody who drinks coffee with you? I said, yeah, of course I have, but I need this for my YouTube films for Vlogmas, so that I can show every day a nice Christmas mug. So that's nice. So maybe I will take you with me with Vlogmas one day in that little shop. Yeah, we'll see what we find then. Every week I find something. Most of the time it's €1 to €5 at most what I spend there, and then I have a lot of nice things. So, and I find often handmade things. So that's also nice, knitted things, crocheted things. So that's my favorite thrift shop, Terre des Hommes. So that was it for this week. I hope you liked it. Next week you see a weekly vlog again. I will film at the Knit to Purl to Festival, and you will see, you can see that next week. If you liked what you saw and you're not already subscribed, you can subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything, and give it a like or a little comment. I always love to read it. And next week is the weekly vlog, and then I think Sunday, 1st December, yeah, that's on Sunday, then starts Vlogmas. And Vlogmas will be, if you see my weekly vlogs more often, there will be, like that, but then every day a piece, 10 to 15 minutes. So it's what I do all day, and where I knit on, and where I bike to, and simple but nice. So daily life, more like daily life. Daily life in December. Oh yeah, and I will show you, of course, what I got in the Advent packages. So I really looking forward to that. Thank you for watching. Happy knitting, and see you next week. Doei!